Are we live? Excuse the mess there, but let me put my camera a bit further this way. My mic should be working, I think. I did muck about with it earlier. Whoever's in the chat now, if you can let me know if my mic's working. Actually, no, to be fair, it should be working. Yeah, MacBook Pro microphone. So I got a new laptop, so everything has changed. Well, yeah, let me put the live stream out on Twitter quickly. Let me put it out because I did change. Oh my god! I did change the I did change it here. Right. We have got a lot to get through today. So much has happened over the past couple of days, and to be fair, it's majority to do with one club, but yeah, right. So that's out on my thing. A lot has happened. A lot has happened over the past maybe week or whenever I live streamed last. But boy, oh boy, we got to get into it. You can see by the title, Maresca's gone. Maresca, it has been sacked. He's been sacked before Ruben Amorim, sacked before Thomas Frank. If you want to put Arteta in there, we'll put Arteta in there. And you know what? It's crazy because look, I think there's a lot of divide in the Chelsea fan base when it comes to Enzo Maresca, and not on the same scale. I'll give you a second. Not on the same scale, but it does remind me of the Arsene Wenger in, Arsene Wenger out, because there is definitely a massive sort of divide when it comes to Maresca. And to be fair, you're seeing it now. A lot of people are happy that he's gone because they wanted him gone, but a lot of people are pointing the blame, in my opinion, where it should be. And we know, and I've said this before on the channel, Chelsea aren't that good. And the reason Chelsea aren't that good is because upstairs, their sporting directors, they are awful. I mean, you've only got to look at their the managers that they got in, for example, before Maresca. And to be fair, I don't rate Maresca that highly as a manager. I think he's a good coach. However, I don't believe he is good enough to take Chelsea to maybe like a major honour, like a Champions League, or a what do you call it, or a Premier League title. I don't see him be able to do that. But at the same time, the recruitment that Chelsea have gone through, and I'm going to get their full transfer. I'm going to get their full transfer window up now. Chelsea transfer window, because they have bought some absolute stinkers in this window. So, and to be fair, I did say their attack got worse last season. I do 100% stick by that. So they have, right. So they got rid of Noni, Nkunku, Joao Felix, Petrovic, Ugo Chokru, Dewsbury Hall, Vega, Broya, Chukwuemeka, Jackson, Kepa's in there, Bettinelli, whoever that is, Gilchrist, Chilwell, Paez, Anselmino, Guiu, but obviously they bought him back, I'm pretty sure. Sancho, because Sancho left, and Fofana. And they bought in. Oh, hang on, no, hold up. Okay, right, yeah. So I'll go to who they've actually bought in. They bought in Pedro Gittins, Garnacho Esteval, Hato, Dalap, Asugo, but I'm pretty sure he's on loan, I think. Mamadou Sarr from their sister club, which we'll get into in a second. And then Kendry Paez. Now, hold on, I'm reading the wrong fucking thing, aren't I? Okay, no, yeah, I am reading the right one. But if we look at these signings, right, Joao Pedro, I think, is a good player. I think he's definitely good enough to lead the line for Chelsea. I do think he's more of a 10, but I think he's definitely more than able to play as a striker. Jamie Gittins, he's not that good. £56 million for him as well. And the thing with Jamie Gittins is that maybe you could sort of maybe justify paying 60 mil just under for maybe someone that's lighting it up in the Bundesliga. This guy wasn't lining up in the Bundesliga. This guy weren't even starting for Dortmund. This guy, you paid basically £56 million for a bench warmer. You also bought Alejandro Garnacho. He is trash for almost £50 million. Esteval, that was from last season, but fair enough. Hato, I've not seen much of him, to be honest. Leon Delap looks like Gyökeres, complete shit. Does more wrestling off the ball than, actually holding up the ball, running the channels, doing all that. And that's it, I think. They've also loaned players came back off loan that they've sold anyway. And look, it's crazy because honestly, you think like I said, I don't really rate Maresca that highly. I'll give me a second. Fucking hell. Right, man, it's fucking cold. It's pissing me off. Anyway, yeah, He wins the Club World Cup and the UEFA Conference League. Fair play. And then they're bored. It seems like they're expecting a title charge, and then he gets this type of window. And look, they had Jadon Sancho, Nicholas Jackson last year. Those two, anyway, are better. They're better than the attack they got now. Their attack now is worse than their attack last season. And look, I'm pretty sure they pretty much forced Jackson out. They even tried to get him back at one point, which I find crazy. And I'm pretty sure Jackson isn't even starting week in, week out, because obviously they've got Harry Kane. So he was never really ever going to get a lot of game time unless it's not maybe the cup competitions. But still, their recruitment has been awful. And I watched a lot of Chelsea content creators over the past couple of days while I've been gathering this sort of information together. And it looks like the board aren't bothered at what happens in the cup competitions against Arsenal, because they're obviously in the semi-final against us, and they're saying that it's not too bad if they get knocked out to Arsenal. And you're thinking about that, and it's Chelsea Football Club. These lot, as much as it pains me to admit, they've won so many trophies, especially in my lifetime, and they're not even, their board isn't even bothered about them winning anything at all, which I find is crazy. But yeah, and they've got Man City away next, and me being obviously an Arsenal fan, I want them to obviously get something. However, they're not going to because they're going to have some I think they have some under 21s, under 18s coach in charge, which that's going to go either one way. That's going to go one way, and we all know what way that's going to go. However, the manager they are linked to pretty much is the manager of their sister club, Strasbourg, and I'm pretty sure we've all seen what he looks like. It looks like Matisse, the Chelsea content creator, like put a spitting image of him. And I'll be real, he looks like one of my old fucking supply teachers from when I was back in school, in primary school. And they're putting belief in this guy already. I'm pretty sure this guy. I think he's sure pretty sure he used to play for Brighton, so we can already kind of see where the connections are coming from because we know these a lot love ex Brighton. They love Graham Potter. They loved they got Buonanotte, Sanchez. I could probably list a few more. Obviously, they got Caicedo from there, which is fair enough. But yeah, Chelsea, they're cooked, man. Honestly. But yeah, that's enough of them. But yeah, they are fucked. I was looking at that window as well they've had. That is absolutely crazy. But anyway, the real reason why we are here, give me a second again. The real reason why we are here is because Arsenal play. And I'm not going to go for any more long because this block nose is absolutely killing me. We played Bournemouth away. We lost at home and away last season. Though you lot all know that is the game that Saliba got sent off. Arteta first couple of Bournemouth, and it's a game we should be winning because I think they've gone about 10 games without winning now, which we should definitely be taking advantage of. So if I can actually find if I can find the press conference. Where the fuck is it? Oh, okay, yeah, cool. I found it. Yeah, this is the one. So he did talk about Rice's fitness because Rice pretty much he won't be playing this game. So here are the sort of what he basically said. So he said that Ricardo Calafiori and Mosquera remain absent, which means either Nkapie or Skelly will start. I think he will start Nkapie. I did predict him to start Nkapie in the game before. And I do expect him to start him again. And I think with this as well, he's probably going to have his mind on Liverpool because I think it's Thursday night. We do play Liverpool at the Emirates, and that is how many days away? It's obviously game Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 days gap, which is a pretty good gap considering the amount of fixtures that we've had over the Christmas period. But yeah, Calafiori, I think we knew he was going to be out because he was out in the he got injured in the warm up against Brighton. So, and Christian Mosquera, we knew he would be out for about 8 weeks, which is unfortunate. And he mentioned that the swelling of Declan Rice's knee has not yet gone down, and he will be assessed after training. Another thing a lot of us called out as well, we knew Declan Rice was playing way too many games, and it is now catching up to him, which is annoying. On potential January arrivals, we are open to every option. Obviously, if we can find a solution that is short, medium, or longer, so it's much better because it gives you stability, and you don't have to be consistently, and you don't have to consistently start a process with a new process again. All right. But let's see what happens. Let's see what the news is in the next few weeks, and we'll try to make the right decision. Basically, what he says every year when it comes to the January transfer window. Do I think we will go in for someone? I genuinely don't know, honestly. I don't really see why we would, because to be fair, we probably do need to get another midfielder, in my opinion, and I think we do need to probably get a we probably will also get a new, probably another left winger, because look, Trossard's playing well, but we can't rely on Martinelli coming on as a bench option, because he's not good enough to win us a title. So I don't think we should go for. We probably should go for a left winger. In terms of midfield, probably do have to go for another midfielder as well, because Declan Rice is gone. Marino being the option that I'll set, because he will go for Marino in midfield if he has to, which he has done because Rice has been out. That isn't ideal, and if Zubimendi gets injured, because luckily he hasn't yet, I'm pretty sure he hasn't anyway. But if that's the case, then we're down to Norgard and Marino, which can't happen at all. Listen, big up. So I can't pronounce that name, but keep pushing, bro. Great content. Thank you very much, man. Definitely appreciate that. But yeah, I think we do definitely need to go out in January. And to be fair, considering the money that we spent, we shouldn't really have to. But look, if we want to push on to win the title, we kind of have to. And obviously, City have got Semenyo now. Would I personally gone for Semenyo? I don't really rate him that highly. There are probably better options out there, but listen, we've probably got to do a bit of business anyway, because we are starting to get a lot of injuries as well. And to be fair, they are starting to come back. But yeah, as to be fair, I did say that we can play Gabriel Jesus as a left winger. Honestly, that is definitely an option. But to be fair, I'll get onto it in a minute. But I will start Gabriel Jesus up front in this game. But I'll get onto that later. You got to ask whether Ethan Nwaneri could be loaned out in January. I said that every player is very important. Every player has a role. That role can change throughout the season for different reasons, and everybody has to be ready to play. Translated from bullshit to English, that means nothing, because he did not answer the question at all. But apart from that, that is it. And I don't want to go for too long because my nose is killing me. So I'm going to give my lineup now. So I think he will go with David Raya in goal, Gabriel Saliba. He probably will go Timber, and I think he'll go Timber and Skelly, because I think he will start Hincapié against Liverpool. He will go Zubi, Marino, and Erdegaard. Trossard. Would he start Martinelli in this game? No, he'll go Trossard, Gyökeres, and Saka. But I would personally go Madueke. Saka shouldn't be playing, in my opinion, because he's not been that good. And to be fair, I think he did get an assist. However, his overall performance was not good at all. But yeah. Score prediction, I think we are going to win this game. Bournemouth are terrible, and they have been terrible. Yes, they got a point off Chelsea, but we can see exactly what's happening with Chelsea at the minute. But yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 to Arsenal. We will get the job done. Yes, it's away from home. Yes, I'm sceptical when we go away from home, but we should be dealing with these lot. But that is it from me. I'm gonna go because I am fucking shattered. It's a big up to everyone who has tuned in. And yeah, I'll see you lot for the match reaction tomorrow. I'll see you lot later in a bit. Oh, there we are.